everyone. Today I want to talk to you about the culture inside of your home. And so today we're going to hit one main theme, and that's the culture of obedience. And I have a special guest with us here today, Pastor Dwain Wolfe.
Hello, how are you? I hope that this all finds you all well. And you know, this whole subject of obedience, oh my goodness. So we're going to focus on bringing obedience out in our children. But I always say, whenever we're talking parenting, that whatever we're doing, it also applies to us. And as the concept of obedience has applied to us, we can now identify with their struggles and their pain, and yet at the same time, the incredible need for obedience, because we know what it does in our own lives.
I've actually found that cultivating obedience in my home with my children causes them to be happier. And
yes.
The house is healthier, less chaotic, and we have a lot more fun.
Absolutely, and I really believe it is something that is really worth investing in and fighting for. And you can have obedient children. Sometimes we think, you don't know my kids, they're just impossible. But no, it is absolutely possible. And God gave those kids you as mama and daddy, and you are their gift to bring this into their lives.
So with my kids, where we started was the Bible, the authority of the Bible. I have taught my kids, you don't listen to me just because I say so. You listen to me because that's what the Bible says. Mm-hmm. The Bible says to honor your father and mother. And this was a concept that even my young 2-year-old Magnolia could pick up.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I've done that too. Back in the day, I remember trying to tell them, do this, do that, and you know, don't lie and all this kind of thing. And they were kind of shrugging it off. But when I said, you know what, in reality, it isn't me saying this. These are things that God is saying, and it became more important to them.
Yes. So I want to give you guys some practical tools to walk away with. And one thing that I learned actually from your parenting class that I took several years ago is the uh-oh tool. Can you explain that?
Absolutely. So you get to decide in your world and in your culture with your children and in your family and your household, what is it going to be like? Is it going to be filled with this much chaos and disrespect and rule breaking, or is it going to be filled with this much, or is it only going to be filled with this much? You get to decide. Those kids aren't in control, you are. And so the cool thing is that you get to decide where that boundary is. Where is, okay, honey, on this side it's good, but on this side we're in trouble here. And that boundary line, that moment when they cross that, they need to know. Because typically in reality, what we'll do as parents is we just kind of let them go and go and go and go and go and go. And even though they've crossed our line inside of our hearts, they don't know it. And we're just being patient and we're being that good mom, we think, and then all of a sudden we'll explode. What are you doing? So you kind of get that go along and then explode, and we don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that.
So that uh-oh line is that indication of, okay, kid, child of God, the one I birthed and love so much, you've hit where in my heart and mind is where enough is enough, and this is where we're starting to get into trouble territory. So that quick little, so if they sass at you, instead of just going, oh, honey, please don't, you go, uh-oh. And now all of a sudden there's a sobriety that comes with that moment.
Yeah. I taught my kids that somewhere around 2, and you know, my boys are going on 9 now, and they respond to other people's uh-ohs.
Like, what?
And the other thing that I wanted to convey is that building habits takes time. It takes repetition. A simple thing that I could give to you is that we decided to have the boys, you know, you have to make your bed before you come down for breakfast. And this was a really hard habit, and it was hard for them to be obedient in that. And so, you know, they would be like, oh, I did it, when they didn't, or they wouldn't do their best. And so we had to work on this, and it took probably a year, maybe even 2, to get them to do this. And during that time, we had to get up, we had to stop what we were doing, go up the stairs, investigate, teach them, leave them to do it, go back up the stairs, invest. It took time. So building these cultivating things in your home, like obedience and things, it takes time and patience and consistency.
Absolutely. And I think the word of the day for all parents is endurance. you know, so many times they go into this parenting thing and we go into new, I'm going to get them to make their bed. And, you know, we get all inspired. But then it proves to be a little bit more challenging. And endurance is the key. I've had parents say, how long do I have to one more time than they put up a fight about. Just one more time. So endurance is the key. You have to last just that much longer than their ability to push back. So obedience is a good thing.
So just thank you so much for being here with us today, Pastor Joel. Yes. And I hope that this little video has inspired you to cultivate obedience, and also to kind of stop and think about, what are you cultivating in your home, and what things do you want to cultivate in your home?
Also, be thinking, where is the line of behavior that you want to have in your home, in your living space, in your living area, and what are the behaviors you don't? Because you really have the opportunity to really shape that. And my goal, as I was raising my kids, is I wanted a family that was a family that could eventually become friends. And we can't become friends if there's rebellion, disrespect, dishonoring, and disobedience. It creates a culture of conflict. So the more we can get rid of it when they're little. So define that line, make it very clear with an uh-oh, and then, you know, another video here that we should do probably here pretty soon is, what do you do when they cross that uh-oh line? And some good hands-on practical things for that. Watch. We'll be bringing that to you soon.
Thank you for watching. We love you.